crowd, and the Hilltoppers win it. Base hit and your game winner.
Good evening and happy Friday to you all as we come live from the Luke Urban Fieldhouse for boys volleyball, our first look at the Durfee boys here in 2022. And they got the New Bedford Whalers in town as the rivalry is renewed. Evan Massoud with you for the call. Gary Leet and Meadow Worsley on camera this evening. Great to be with you. Tell you, weather has really been quite the challenge this spring. It seems like every time we want to do a game, Mother Nature gets in the way. We've done maybe, I think this is only our second full broadcast. We've had at least six on the calendar. So it's been challenging, but we're thrilled to be inside where weather is not a problem. We did get some highlights from Diamond Regional yesterday, softball action. So you'll get to see some of those. Bengals had quite the start to that one. Lots of highlights to look at. So we'll also have that in between one of the sets here. So first, though, right into it. Durfee in their red and white uniforms. New Bedford in all white on your screen. Hilltoppers will be on the left to start things off. Durfee coming in at 2-6. They won their opener against the Falcons from Dighton-Rehoboth. That was on the road. Lost the next 6, and then on Wednesday this week, knocked out Barnstable on the road. I know, big bad Barnstable. How about that? So, been kind of a mixed start. Coach Brendan Kelly says, though, he thinks in terms of the seasonal schedule, I guess you could say, he feels that the team is actually ahead of schedule in terms of the learning curve and whatnot and getting into, a full slate of games. You got to remember, 2020, they didn't have a season. Last year, 2021, first season back, and they played such a short season, you really couldn't get into the swing of things. So there's still some rebuilding going on in many of the boys volleyball programs here in the state, really, the few that are down this way, essentially. Hilltoppers able to return this one now, setting up the Whalers. Big swing, and that's going to be out of bounds. No deflection. The Hilltoppers will not get the point. Excuse me. The referee down on the official down on the court making the call. There was a deflection, so 3-0 Whalers here in the first. That's going to sail. Now for the Whalers, their record, they're at 4-5. One of the challenges with boys volleyball, there's so few teams down here on the South Coast that you really have to spread your wings to find opponents. And Hilltoppers, Brendan Kelly, the head coach, quick to take the timeout here as it is a 5-0 New Bedford lead. Looking at New Bedford's wins, they won their first two, which was Brockton and Taunton, two very tough teams. Lost to Quincy, then beat Xaverian, then lost to Xaverian, back-to-back games. Lost to New Bedford Volk, lost to Winchester, back-to-back games. O'Brien, my bad, which were both in Winchester. And then beat Barnstable on the road on Monday. So both of these teams seeing Barnstable this week. So that's the look for New Bedford, but they had a bit of a rough patch there. And for Durfee, their 6 losses were Braintree, Brockton, Taunton, Quincy, North Quincy, and New Bedford Volk. Out of the timeout, New Bedford will have the serve. That's a good dig there from Jack Govan, keeping it alive. Big swing by Ryan Dosenberg. And the point goes to New Bedford. Dosenberg, you may remember, the starting quarterback for the Whalers football team. Spoke with him in the fall as part of our Thanksgiving Day pregame show. Had the chance to interview him down at practice in New Beige. Very tall. I'm 6'2", and I have to look up to talk to Ryan. So, needless to say, his presence at the front right now, right at the net, as you just saw, is going to be huge because basically if he puts his arms up, he's over the net, never mind if he leaps. So, big presence down front. This is a tall New Bedford team. That's coming in. Nice dig. On the back end of it, going to be a tough play. Govan sends it back. Third touch. I don't think it's going to make it over. Nice attempt there from Andre Maldonado, but not enough on it. And the Whalers will take the point. Excuse me, and I'm looking at the wrong roster. That was Daniel Matusid who had the attempt for the Hilltoppers. Let's switch those around here. Mac Reed is the libero for Durfee. With that return right there, nice set, good block in front. The Hilltoppers can't get it over. Taking the shot was Joshua Sainin. And another timeout called by the Hilltoppers. Their second used here in the first set, down 10-0. So a tough start here, slow start for the Hilltoppers in this first set. They've been swept in their 6 losses 4 times this season. Those sweeps were Brockton and Quincy, North Quincy and New Bedford Vogue. And the Barnstable win on Wednesday on the road was a 5-set victory for the Hilltoppers. Back at it. That one skipping over the net and coming into the stands. Govan unable to get to it, too far out of reach. Let's talk about consistency here, right? Service game is just as important as returning. And Carter Barboza has kept this run alive. That falls in. He has served all 12 points here. And he'll serve again, now working the near side. Gonna be a tough play. Not returnable. Hard off the back line there with Reed. Carried too low to the net. High, soft serve that time. And the first mistake by the Whalers here in the first set, a 13-0 run to open it. How about that? Wow. Mac Reed will serve. Big hit up front. The deflection from the Hilltoppers was there, but no one to back it up. Set by Govan. Nice dig on the back line, but nothing doing. The Hilltoppers get the kill. Tony Gomes with the swing after the nice set from Govan. Anthony Granum checking in. Govan with the serve. That was falling fast. It was played in back. Big swing there from Dosenberg. It's played by Reed. Now Govan with the set. Unloading on the back side of it is Sainin. And the Hilltoppers grab their third point. It is 14-3. Knuckleball serve from Govan. Swinging the near side, blocked in front by Granum. Keyshawn Patel went up to take the hit, and he was met with resistance. That one going out of bounds, so it was a good block, but I thought I grabbed the line. Misjudged it, so Whalers will get their 15th point, but that was really good spot to be. You know, Granum and Sainin were up front there. I mean, that's what you want to do, but it did not deflect before it went out of bounds, as I thought it did. So New Bedford will serve again. Connor Silva. Nice dig by Reed, setting up Granum on the outside, flips it over, and I think they're going to call a violation here on the net. That one falls in. It went right back to Granum, give him a second look at it. Colin Gilmet coming in for Sainin. Who will serve? 17-4. Falling fast, has to be played. Patel flips it over. Granum will set now, and they're going to call, I think they're going to call the double touch. Yes, they do. Looked pretty clean, that set. Didn't look bad. Nice strong serve there from Andre Maldonado, number 2. Granum sends it down to the court. 45-degree angle. A lot of downward action there for Durfee's 5th point. Ethan Horseman coming in for Tony Gomes as the rotation continues here, and it'll be Horseman on the serve. Big swing from Patel. Horseman in the right place at the right time. The Hilltoppers will flip it back over. Patel digs it out. Now the swing on this side as it's deflected, and it does stay in either way. Santos gets the kill for the Whalers. Gomes back in after Horseman came in to serve. Patel lets it fly. Strong serve. Might have gone out, but such a flat trajectory. Sometimes you can't let those go. You never know. That's a big hit as well. And another point for Santos and the Whalers. They've hit 20 here in the opener. Govan, nice set, leading them to the net. Kind of a broken play there for the Whalers as Santos had to range over to get it and then happened to find open space. The Hilltoppers were crowded towards the middle of the net. That'll fall in. The point going to Cameron DeMello. And Matusid will serve back into the game as Granum checks out. Left-handed serve, falling fast, and it'll find the ground. An ace for the Hilltoppers. Santos unloads at the net. Height coming in effectively there. 22-7. Jaden Gomes-Watson coming in. He will serve as he replaces Santos, and Dosenberg coming in now to replace Silva. Right at Matussid. Blocked in front, and it falls. Dosenberg immediately making his presence known up front. Go for it again. They get it over the front line that time. Nice dig on the back end. Now a big-time swing. That's out of bounds. Oh, calling a deflection. And it's going to be set point here in the first. Reed plays it. Govin ranging over. Soft hit. Kept alive. Dosenberg flips it back. Reed is there. Now Govin will set again. That's going to find the court. That's in. And it's 24-8. Deflected and fallen in. And that does it for the first set here. The Whalers with an impressive first set, 25-8. They take it here. And they're up 1-0 in the match. Got a 3-minute break here in between sets. I'm going to take a look at those softball highlights. No, actually, no, we're going to hear from head coach Brendan Kelly. Let's do that now. Had a chance to speak with the head coach for Durfee this week at practice. And, you know, I did talk about what I was mentioning in the open that, you know, the Hilltoppers really, there's still a learning curve here. This was a very new team last year after losing a whole year. And coming into this season, getting better. And Coach, again, he's high on the team. He says the record doesn't necessarily show how the team has played, and but he's very pleased with so far how things have gone. So let's hear from head coach Brendan Kelly.
Last year we played for a month. We played 16 games in a month. Very new group, and then we kind of now back to, I guess, whatever normal is. There's some inexperience. We got a lot of first-year seniors who are doing a really good job, and our core group of sophomores and juniors are progressing. So right now, wins-loss record, maybe not where we want to be as far as progression goes. We're moving right along.
So what you're telling me then is here early in the season, you like what you're seeing. The results maybe just are not quite there yet.
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing volleyball for a long time. We're getting there. As a matter of fact, we're probably ahead of schedule as far as our learning curve. We're just in that weird spot right now where we get to 18-18, 19-19, and then maybe a team's volleyball IQ might outmatch us at the time. But we're more than competitive, all right? We're not just going out there right now. We're playing volleyball, we're strategizing, and they're doing a good job.
So as you heard, I mean, really, the coach is pleased. I mean, it's got to be challenging when, you know, you were going into the 2020 season with really a very strong team, a team that had played together, a team that had a lot of chemistry. And, everything got wiped out. And, of course, Durfee was not the only team that went through issues and went through the lost season. I mean, everything shut down. So last year really kind of laying the foundation in what was such a short season, and then, getting back to somewhat normal situations here. This is a full slate of games as we wipe out. We're ready for the second here. Again, 25-8 was the point total in set number one as we clear the board here and go back to 0-0, a fresh slate with the Whalers ahead 1-0 in this best-of-5 match. Hilltoppers will serve first as both teams have switched sides. So Durfee now on the right side, and Bedford on the left. That's going out of bounds. Almost landed in the barrel. Hensel, Figueroa, Ortega on the serve for New Bedford. And that's an ace. That was not returnable. I've talked about this before. You saw there's no spin on the ball, right? Well, like baseball and knuckleball, sometimes it'll dance and float. Sometimes it just drops right out of the table, right off the table, and that's exactly what happened. Big swing, big block in front. Whalers stacked up there with Maldonado and Dosenberg. Gonna be a tough play. Third touch, the Hilltoppers will get it back over. Dosenberg, wow, big time power. Govin setting for Granham, who climbs the ladder, and the Hilltoppers get the point. Hilltoppers with the point. Setting backwards and wide open, the far left side. And the kill there goes to Maldonado. The Whalers get the ball back. Into the net it goes. One of the few unforced errors we have seen in this match so far. Silva unable to get the serve over. And it's 5-3. Ooh, that falls in. Wow, just inside the antenna. Patel working the boundary there. And Maldonado will serve once again. Seven to 3. That last series, Durfee was serving there. Number 18 was serving. That was Chris Milford. Didn't call his name because he was listed under the wrong number on my roster. So thank you, Gary, for getting some clarification. Good old Coach Kelly let me down there. I have to have some talk with him. Brendan joined me for quite a few games, basketball games in the winter, and when he had stopped coaching girls for a couple years, he would join me for the girls' games in the fall, and then Kelly Bullier would join me for the boys' games when Brendan was coaching. And missed having Brendan for the girls' season, but it was great to have him back with the headset on for high school hoops this winter. 8-5. Patel back to serve for the Whalers. That is going to be just in on the corner. Those are tough to read. I actually thought, I got a better view than anybody. I actually thought that was going to go long. And it just found that inner corner. That's going to fall in. Nice tip over there by Govin. And it's 9-6. Senior heavy teams here on both sides. Durfee with 6 seniors. That's blocked in front, kept alive, sent back over again. 9 seniors for the Whalers as Hilltoppers get the point. That one just went out and almost took out Coach Kelly. Moraes with the serve. Blocked in front, hits the net, comes back. There to assist the net was DeMello. And the Hilltoppers are a point away from tying this one up 9-9. Managed only 8 points in the entire first set, and they already got their 8th now. They left that back line open, though, and the Whalers took full advantage. (10-8). Ooh, almost a collision there for the Whalers. Now flying in, blocked, and it's going to go out of bounds. That was Ortega. Santos on the serve. Good, strong serve. Govin with the set. Big time swing there for Sainin. It does go over, and the Whalers return it now to the back line to Patel. Far side for Ortega. Big time hit in front. Hilltoppers keep it alive. Sainin. Oh, what a block from Dosenberg again. You're really seeing the overmatch in terms of height. Santos, far corner. Sainin's really getting some good swings. Just can't compete with that front line. Hilltoppers going to use a timeout here. You know, from a height standpoint, this Hilltoppers team, not one of the tallest we've seen in recent memory. This is the times when you could use a Danny Keys or a Nilanera up front. So it was 9-8. Quick 4-0 run here by the Whalers have upped their lead to 13-8. Giving them a little bit of breathing room as we get towards the middle part of the set. 10 seconds left in the timeout. Folks, remember that we live stream here on Facebook. Fred TV Sports page. Please like and follow us so you don't miss a minute of live action. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel under the same name. That's where we archive all of our live content after the fact, so on-demand viewing is available. Santos serving out of the timeout. High return, and Govin's going to get hit for the double touch there. That was up in the air forever. Seriously. You know, one of the unique things, it's worth reminding, we haven't had a situation yet, but everything, there's no roof in this building. And when I say roof, it means that there's no boundary. Everything is in play. What a job by Reed to get that over, and Dosenberg with the point. No, the ceiling here, all the rafters, the lights, everything. As long as the ball doesn't get lodged up there, if it comes back, you got to play it. It's not out of bounds. So we've seen it actually hit the folded basketball backboards. We've seen that before. I mean, really, it's crazy. So that's one of the quirks, I guess you could say, about the field house. If you're a visitor, you got to know the lay of the land, and everything is in play here. Zanin will flip it over. Outside to Ortega for the point. 8 straight for the Whalers, going on another run here. It was 9-8 about 5 minutes ago. And Santos has been serving since then. And he really gets some power. Oh, that one into the net. And it'll give the Hilltoppers the ball back. But that was a good run for the Whalers. DeMello with the serve. Third touch, Whalers will send it over. DeMello to Govin, to Sainin. Block coming back, and it's not playable. 18-9. And that's not coming back either. Barboza with some good downward motion on that serve. Too low to dig it. That one trips over the net. Does make its way over. Set. Sainin sends it over. The point goes to Durfee. And Govin will serve. Oh, oh my gosh. Maldonado absolutely unloads. Ortega with the serve, 20-10. Granum back in, and that is out of bounds. That'll sail out of bounds on this side, so Durfee will get it back. After this second set, we're going to take a look at those highlights from Diamond Regional, so you want to stay with us. We have quite a few softball highlights, bonus baseball highlight from Diamond as well, as Milford comes out to serve. sporting the number 18. And no return. Dosenberg with the point for the Whalers. Came right at Govin. He actually stuck the hand out, but nobody there. I mean, the reaction time was, there was none. Silva will serve. Rather soft serve. Now Govin setting on for the far side. Third touch, and the Whalers have to send it over. That was Gomes with the hit the last time. This is going to be a tough play. That does not clear the antenna. Moraes trying to get it over, could not. Ball took him too far out of bounds. DeReese, Figueiredo, Jackson checking in as Maldonado takes a seat now on the bench. Moraes sends it long and out of play. It's set point here in the second. And the Whalers go up 2-0 here at the Fieldhouse, taking game 2, 25-11. And they hold a commanding 2-0 lead over the Hilltoppers. I thought Durfee started that second set better. Just kind of a tough finish there, but they got it to 9-8, and then from there the Whalers went on a 16-3 run to end it. About 2.5 minutes left here in this timeout in between sets. So, as I said, let's take a look at those softball highlights from Diamond Regional. The Lady Bengals have had some big wins this season, some high output in terms of runs scored. I'll tell you, it was cold. It's been pretty chilly the last couple days, but the bats were hot, that's for sure. For April 28th, I'll tell you, out there it was so gusty, it felt like March. Emma Medeiros towing the rubber for the Bengals. Got plenty of run support early. Bottom of the first, 1-0 Diamond, bases loaded, nobody out. Alexis St. Pierre hooks it into left. Emma Medeiros will score from third. Jenna Medeiros in behind her from second. It's a 2-run single for St. Pierre, 3-0 Bengals. Little later, it's 6-0 the score. Leadoff hitter Julia Gardner keeps it going with the bases loaded single. Two more coming home. Abby Macedo and Olivia Moniz with the 7th and 8th runs of the inning. Now the next batter, it's Emma Medeiros, back up for a second time. Blooper to left, fair ball right on the line. Naya Martinez in from second to make it 9-0. Diamond batting around in the first. They're not done. Next up, Jenna Medeiros, top spin grounder, right up the middle, quickly past the pitcher's circle. Gardner scores from third, Medeiros in from second, 11-0 Bengals in the first. After a coach's timeout, Alexis St. Pierre puts the icing on an incredible bottom of the first inning. This one into left, her second hit of the inning. Medeiros trots home from third. Ball eats up Sam Cullen left, so Patrice Vital able to advance and score, and St. Pierre makes it a round trip, touching them all on the E7. Count them up. 14 first inning runs before an out was recorded by Blue Hills. The Warriors fall to Diamond, who pounce the Warriors, a 19-run effort in 5 innings. Now the bats for Diamond Baseball are hot as well, propelling the team to a 9-0 record halfway through 2022. We were on campus for Game 2 of the year against Tri-County, caught this 2-run bomb off the bat of Colby Tetral, dead center field just to the right of the yellow baggie out there. Diamond would defeat the Cougars 12-2 in this game from April the 12th. Bengals baseball is on the road for the next 2 games. They'll be back on the 11th for a rematch against Blue Hills, and weather permitting, we hope to have that one for you live on Fred TV. Well, that timed out pretty darn good as we're back here for game number 3, set number 3. The Whalers lead it 2-0 here through 2 sets. When I talk about, Diamond for softball having some high run outputs this season, you're going to love this. They put up, I got to get this right here, so let's update the scoreboard for, stay with me. We'll get back to Diamond score in a minute here. All right, third set, ready to begin here. Let me pull up their record. I got to get this right because when I saw it the first time, I said this is outrageous. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. So Diamond softball, yeah, okay, here we go. Westport, April 20th. Gary, you ready? Meadow? 36-2. 36 runs. High school softball. I mean, have you ever? That's a 5-inning game. That game must have been like 3 hours with that many runs. We actually have the Westport rematch on the schedule, so I hope it'll be a little more competitive than that. I mean, it's always fun to see a lot of runs and a blowout, but, I mean, that's absurd. That just gets monotonous to call because there's nothing else to talk about. It's so one-sided, but 36 runs. I really don't think I've ever seen a score like that in softball or baseball. That's just really – I remember back, and Gary, you may remember when we had Common Thread News on the government channel. This is one of my first seasons, maybe 2012 or 2013. I remember Diamond having, a football-type score where I think they put up 20-something runs, maybe 20, 28, 26, I don't know. But 36 runs, are you kidding me? And most of the scoring this year for them has been high output scoring. They lost to Joseph Case, and they lost to Southeastern. And one other. Oh, they lost to Case twice, and then Southeastern. So that's the 3 losses that the Bengals have, according to this schedule here. Assuming it's accurate. A couple things are not up to date here. Oh, no, there it is. Okay. Yes. So that is accurate. But the wins here, everything has been, they've scored over 10 runs in every win except for an 8-5 victory against Fairhaven. So the runs are there. For Diamond, I think like most is that the conference sometimes runs on the weaker side. See how they can do in the tournament when they get there, because they will get there. But I'll tell you, if the bats are swinging and they're scoring runs and taking advantage of mistakes like they did yesterday in that first inning, they will be hard to beat. I think they could go on a bit of a run in terms of the softball tournament. And, of course, Case is just in another – they're in another world in terms of in terms of how good they are every year. We'll probably be seeing Case well, we have it on the schedule. Again, it's kind of weather dependent, but we should see Case against Durfee. I think it's May 11th. Let me see. Let's see. Yeah, May 11th. We added that one in. So we will see. We should see them. As long as the weather holds out. Well, it was 3-3 for a moment, but everything kind of just stopped here, and I think there's a question on either rotation or points on the board, something. So the Hilltoppers' third point has come off now, and it says 3-2. Coach Caturli for the Whalers talking with our ground level official, Coach Brendan Kelly, listening nearby on the left side of your screen. But there may be a rotational issue here because they're at the table looking at the book. So they're going to replay the point here. I think there was an issue on the paper. It wasn't anything that the teams did. At least that's kind of what I could hear. So they'll replay the point. It'll be 3 serving 2, New Bedford serving Durfee. Now Coach Brendan Kelly's asking for a check on the rotation. Make sure that nobody got out of order based on the last point that now has to be replayed, because everything has to go back to the way it was. And it looks like everything is copacetic. And we'll do it yet again. Silva on the serve, it's good. Govan setting, Granum will take it. Had to backpedal a little bit, but still got it over. Now Patel, hello. Wow, a lot of power there. Lots of power. Nice dig on the back line. Patel wants another. Comes back, and I think that is, oh, it's just out of bounds. I thought the Hilltoppers might have had one there. That's into the net. So 5-3, and Reed will serve. Good serve. Played on the back line. Patel gets a set again. Couldn't really fire, but the Hilltoppers can't return it. Bit of almost a collision there, I think, between Reed and Gilmet. Didn't really communicate that well. Almost got in each other's way. And a soft serve, not getting it over there is Maldonado. And Durfee will have control back. Matuzid will serve. Good serve. Oh, and that's going to fall in as well, but again, a collision, this time the Whalers. Blocked in front, but the Whalers get it through Santos. So much downward motion. You know, what you're trying to do in those situations when the defense is there, you're trying to either slap it off their hands and have it go out of bounds off the defense, or you're trying to bury it between the bodies in the net, because 9 times out of 10, that's not coming back either. And this, you know, in this instance, with New Bedford having so much height up front, they can get that downward motion and really just bury the ball. That is going to sail. A little too strong that time from Patel. Sainin will check back in, and Gilmet will head to the bench. And back to serve for Durfee is Moraes. 9-5. Out of bounds. Quick flip over, and it caught the Hilltoppers guessing there. Late to react, Barboza gets the point. And Santos, who had a nice run in set number 2. 8 straight serves for points. Oh, this one will be short-lived as it goes into the net. And is no good. Good serve there from DeMello for the Hilltoppers. Silva coming in, and it's just long by maybe 1.5 feet. A bit of a misfire that time from DeMello. And it's 11-8. Barboza with the serve that time. Soft tip over, and the Whalers with the point. Whoa, that one's going deep, far, and very gone. Just coin a baseball reference there. That ball sailed. That's a good swing up front for the Hilltoppers. Going to get it back, and it's just out of play. Gomes made a good bid twice and didn't get lucky with it. Timeout for the Hilltoppers, 14-8. Whalers here in the third set, as we'll take a look at the road ahead for both teams here. For Durfee, they will be on the road on Monday. They got 3 more games next week. On the road Monday at Quincy, and then back home for 2. Brockton Wednesday, Taunton Friday. Right now, Taunton is on the schedule. We're supposed to be outside for baseball on Wednesday, and if the weather doesn't cooperate, then we will come inside and cover the Brockton match on Wednesday as well. If we're not here, Durfee Athletics on YouTube will live stream from the huddle cam here in the gym, so you'll still be able to see that as well as baseball on our page on Facebook. For New Bedford, they'll travel to Brockton on Monday and then return home for Taunton and Quincy. So very similar slate of games, just a couple differences in the date, but similar and common opponents for both sides here over the next couple days. From a Fred TV standpoint, next week, as I mentioned, so we have baseball on schedule for Wednesday, hoping to see the Hilltoppers team for the first time here this season. But if the weather doesn't cooperate, we'll have volleyball here on Wednesday at 5:30. And then we have volleyball scheduled, an actual scheduled game on Friday, the Taunton game here as well. Nice rally going here. Both sides trading possessions. Sainin unloads on it. Defended well on the back line by Patel. And the Hilltoppers get it back. Dosenberg, it's out. Another nice point for the Hilltoppers to win there. Both sides with multiple possessions of the ball. And coming out of the timeout, always good to grab a point. Reed, and now flipped over by Sainin. Now let's set up Maldonado. Reed is there. Tough set from Govin. It's tipped over. Dosenberg reaching now. Govin is there. Whistle sounds. We have one official pointing one way and another pointing the other. And it is going to be Durfee's point. Govin on the serve. That's going to fall in. Right on the line. It looked good from here. Neither official knows. And they're going to redo the point. No, Durfee got the point. Gave it to Durfee. Okay. It looked good from here. Out of bounds. 14-12. Oh, out of sync there. Dosenberg faked it. I thought he was going to take it, and he did not. And there was nobody there to back him up. That'll fall in. Ortega back to serve for the Whalers. Oh, looks like there was something on Santos' sneaker or laces, and took till the third set for somebody to notice. I didn't notice. Gilmet will serve as he just checked in. 15-14. Patel called for it. It was flipped back over. Now the Hilltoppers send it back. Patel with a big swing, and he buries it. That's exactly what I was just talking about a couple points back. When you get that downward motion, you can bury it between the bodies and the net, and it's virtually impossible to do anything with it. Silva with the serve. Now he'll play the return. Setting up Patel. That one's blocked successfully. Oh, it went out of bounds. Well, a couple times Durfee's been within a point of tying. They haven't been able to do so. That's going to sail. A little too much. Not enough downward motion that time. Horseman will come in. Swap with Sainin. That's into the net. DeMello will switch with Gomes as Reed goes back to serve. Oh, not a good return. Patel didn't get a good set on it. It's falling fast. Almost. Oh, the Hilltoppers did everything they could to get that one back over the net. And a timeout called by Durfee. 19-16 here. The Whalers up 2-0, up 3 points here in the third, looking for a sweep. And a win would get them back to 500 at 5-5 here in 2022. Pretty quick moving match here as well. We're just coming up on 1 hour. Maldonado will serve for the Whalers. That's a good point for Durfee. Moraes, he went back to him, made it count. Blocked in front by Durfee. Whalers will set again. Now Patel. Oh, And that's not going. Great dig there. I mean, Reed went down to the court very quickly, but that one just sailed out of bounds on the far side. Reed and Horseman got tied up there a bit. Some miscommunication, and Patel will serve again. Horseman that time. Quick reaction from Govan to get it over to Moraes, who couldn't get it over the net. Third touch coming. Dumped over, and the Whalers will get to set. And that is no good. Whalers with the point. Set point, match point. That is in, an ace to seal the deal. (25-17) to end the third. As the Whalers, that was the closest set out of all three. So after the third here, a 25-17 third set win for the Whalers, who now finish the sweep. A 3-0 victory over the Hilltoppers. So New Bedford back up to 500 overall, 5-5. They're 2-0 in conference play. For Durfee, they dropped to 2-7 and 0-2 in conference play. All right, folks, well, thanks for spending the evening here. It's kind of a short match, but thanks for tuning in for live volleyball from the Fieldhouse on this Friday, April the 29th. When we see you next, it will be May. That's pretty amazing when you think about it. Where has this year gone? It has flown by. Well, we hope to see baseball next Wednesday, and we know we will be back here next Friday for more boys volleyball as well. So check back with us. Again, like and follow us on our Facebook page, Fred TV Sports. If there is a scheduling change, we will let you know about it there. So the only way to know is to like and follow us so you get the alert. Until next week, wish you a great weekend, and so long from the Fieldhouse.